Yo, it's your girl Chazz, and I am rocking with All Street Looks, Oakland, California.
Talking that had to get my mind all the way right. I was tired of the frontin' and the crying through the night. Oh, I done lost some day ones, I done lost some friends. Oh, if you rockin' with me, keep it real. I don't do pretend, yeah. I'm not trying to be a savage.
My name is Chastity Henson, but I like to go by Chazz. I am 24 years old and I'm an artist. And I'm from Oakland. So I did this cover called Be Careful, which is actually one of Cardi's latest records on her album. Don't remember the album name, but it's off her latest album. And I actually haven't listened to the album. When I heard it, I mean, I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of hype. So when everyone else is like, oh, listen to this album, I'm the one that's not gonna listen to it just because I'm just a rebel like that. But I was like, okay, and I'm at work, and then I hear the beat, and I hear like, it's kind of like a heartfelt record, and I'm like, yo, that would be so dope to flip that and make that about something I've been going through, because I haven't released anything for, it's been about 7 months, and just on this journey, just doing these things, had to put some things down and get some things in order. And so when I heard it, I'm like, yo, this would be the perfect thing to just kind of like give them something before I actually give them the original music. And so, you know, I hit up my girl Jane, and we like literally recorded it that day. And then after that, yeah, I released it. So yeah, you know, that's a good question, because I feel two different ways. I'm all for the underdog making it, always. And she was a stripper, and she was on Love and Hip Hop, and then she was on Vine, then Love and Hip Hop, and then from Love and Hip Hop, then she, you know, made her music. And I think the underdog part of me is like, oh, I love it when the underdog, like everybody was against her, all the odds were against her, but yet she still had her moment. And so against what most people would be like, against what most people would believe, or what most people would want, I actually have moments where I'll be proud, like, wow, like if she could do it, anybody can do it. Like, ain't no reason, ain't no excuse. If this girl who was a stripper at 19 and now she made it, you know, who's to say anybody can't, you know? So there's that part of me, and just always just wanting to see the underdog, the one that people talk about, make it. Because even when she was on Love and Hip Hop, you know, there's the Jocelyn's who was just rude, just mean all the time, and then there was like Cardi always was like cool, she was always funny, and she was always herself. So to see someone like that make it when she was like nothing, just is like, wow, like that's dope. I appreciate that. But then there's the music part. Where do I feel like she is the most talented fish in the sea? No. And I think we all, well, musicians, artists, even people who are lovers of music, I think we know that. We know that. But because we're in a very lit culture where it's just like, all we want is the cadences, all we want is the Migos vibe, all we want is just the bop. Like, that's all we want. All we want is the vibe. The vibe, how we feel, that's all we want. So a lot of the times what they can be saying is total garbage, but yet it don't matter, because, you know, that one song she got drip, like when it come on, you want to bop. So I feel like, first of all, we're in a culture where words don't matter at all. You could be saying, I want to kill your mom, but if you say it in a dope way, I want to kill your mom is gonna make it, you know? So we live in a culture where words mean absolutely nothing, and it could be totally totally like crapping on your character, like who you are. It could be just saying, I mean, literally Kanye West just dropped a record called, I think, Scoop Diddy Doop or something like that, where he was literally just scatting on a record. That's it. Watch that. It just go to the top. I already know it because we live in a culture where it don't matter no more. If you hot, you can literally put out anything. So that part of me is just kind of like, dang it, that sucks. That sucks. But then the other part of me is like, you know what? But this is the culture we're in. And so I think when I released the record, I just feel like sometimes I'm sent here to appeal to the culture just to flip it on its head, if that makes sense. My philosophy is, if it's dope, you take it and you flip it. Or like, not if it's dope, but if it's hot right now, you can take it and you can flip it. Sometimes millennials ain't gonna react or change to, you gotta change, you gotta stop, Cardi is this, Cardi, like, you can bark at me all you want to, but a 24 to probably like a 16, 17-year-old, we don't care nothing about that. Like, we hear you, we just think you just being a hater or an old head or chat. Like, if I would come like that, people wouldn't listen. They wouldn't listen. And so it's like, how can I get through my generation or to my generation, like, in a way where that they will understand but know that you can stand for something. And so when I thought of doing a record, I'm like, yo, this record is hot and this is our culture. It's not gonna change tomorrow. It's not. It's just not. Love and hip hop, all these shows, all this music, this has been going on for years. I'm not finna just come up here and change it in a day. What can I do to put my life message on a record that somebody will want to hear? This Cardi record is hot. Let's do it. And it's crazy because even a Christian rapper hit me up and was like, yo, let me get on the remix. They wasn't even tripping that it was a Cardi record. So it's just like, we all kind of have that same thing where it's like, how are we going to get to these millennials? They not listening if we coming through the door like, you got it. Like, I'm a millennial, and let me tell you, like, when teachers and people try to come my way and tell me what to do, I shut off immediately. Like, you gotta come and appeal to me in a way where I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, well, let me listen. Come in a way that's familiar. And I think that's the reason behind me doing the record. Like, this is a hot track. Do I rock with everything? The flow, you know, would I don't know, would MC Lyte be happy with this? Probably not, but yo, MC Lyte ain't gonna appeal to these people right now. How can Chazz do it, you know? And so I just was like, listen, we just did the record, and I felt like put my life message on it. And there's been people of all sort, you know, people who love music, musicians, but people who also live that life and is about that life that most of these rappers talking about. That's like, wow, bro, like, I appreciate the fact that you, like, one of them Christian girls, whatever, but you was able to, like, you can mix it and you can still be creative and be about your life message. Like, and I think that's what millennials see. So that's just kind of the philosophy I had when releasing the record.
Along those lines, that trajectory, sort of the sexualized, quote unquote, type of vibe, that being embedded in hip hop, R&B, soul music, black music. How do you feel about that as an artist and as a young black woman yourself, if that is being portrayed as sort of the standard and the template, the Ratchet vibe, that being normalized or made okay? How does that sit with you? How do you feel about that now?
Yeah.
And if you were to think about that, how do you see that playing out over the next 10 years, 20 years, as far as impacting?
Oh, young girls, yeah. I feel like it's something that a young artist, a young black woman, not just an artist, but a woman, always has to deal with. Just even last year, I put out a video and I think it was dope to me, but like when I look back, I was like in a leotard and just like totally something. I'm like, this is not what I would do now that I look at it. And because of the culture and the standard of being an artist and a black woman, you gotta be sexy, you gotta, like, in R&B and rap. So I felt like, even though this is me and I'm hecka uncomfortable, this is what I gotta do to make it. And this is what I gotta do to be on the same level as, like, you know, I don't know, whoever's hot right now. Like, I don't even want to use the Tinashes, but, like, you know, just whoever is hot, like the Rihannas, and then there's like the Nickis, like, because they all, you know, showing skin in some sort of way. And I feel like how that impacts us is that, like, I think we don't understand that those are artists. they can go back to their penthouse at the end of the day. Sometimes we like take with their lifestyle, what we see with these artists, whether it be R&B, rap, whether it be on, I just keep bringing up love and hip hop because I just feel like that is like the show of the culture right now. We take these things and we apply them to our lives, but we don't realize half the stuff is fake. You know, at the end of the day, Nicki Minaj, once she's done, you know, doing a scene, she put on her sweatsuit, she go home, like, she ain't just booty butt naked all the time. Like, that's a character that she puts on, but it impacts us because we want to put it in our normal day life. So you'll see these girls walking out any kind of way, and it's like, then the dudes is acting like dogs, and it's not to say it's okay, but the dudes is acting like dogs because this is what we feel like we gotta act like. This is the way we feel like we gotta dress, and this is F niggas, and this, like, that's the attitude, that's the culture. I don't feel blah 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 blah, like hecka mouthy, hecka. And you know, a black woman, we possess a spice, a natural spice already, which is beautiful. But there's an ignorance that is being portrayed in just an over sexualized culture where it's like you just gotta do extra much. Like, I don't club at all, but when I do go to these clubs, sometimes it just breaks my heart because I'm like, don't get me wrong, you can be cute, show a little belly, whatever, but like, if you dang near naked, bruh, like, what's really wrong? Like, what's really going on? And I feel like that always shows some sort of insecurity or something. And I just feel like the culture doesn't see that it's artistry, that it's entertainment. We take it as real life stuff. And I feel like over years, over when as time goes on, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse. Like, if you look at maybe what Lil' Kim did or whoever started it, it just keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse. Like, I have nothing against Cardi personally, but a whole 8-month-old woman twerking on the stage, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem for me. For me personally, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I get it, entertainment, artistry. Beyonce was 7 months pregnant, leaning back in the chair, performing, entertaining. I get it. But come on now. And everybody like, yes, sis, get it. I'm just like, and then y'all wonder why y'all got 4 baby daddies. And y'all like, come on, man, come on. We out Instagram, we want the love, and we want the happy family and the strong black family with the husband and the wife. But yet, what we profess and confess, what we do is totally different. The standards we put out is totally different. Your Bible cannot be Cardi B. Your Bible, your Jesus cannot be whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't be that. Like, if you want to profess and confess and know you want something in the long run, your actions now have to line up with that. And if you take Lil' Kim and even this music game as your way to get to those things, baby, you gonna come up short every freaking time. And I just want my millennials to know that, like, yeah, this is artistry, this is entertainment, but take it as that. Like, Nicki Minaj is not gonna stop being sexy. Cardi B is not gonna stop being sexy. I'm not saying being sexy is wrong, but I'm saying, like, us women, we need to understand that, like, that's not life. And our millennials think that that's life. Like, I've witnessed it with my own eyes. I have people that I know, and I'm just like, bruh. And then people think because I'm saved that I'm just over the top. And I'm like, no, I just see through the bull. And you not finna have no husband or no, even a long-lasting career as an artist just giving up sex. Because why? Somebody's gonna be better than you. Somebody's gonna have a bigger booty than you. Somebody's gonna give it up at an audition. Like, come different. And sometimes that might mean doors being slammed in your face. You know how many people walk past me because I don't look like, you know, little cute Lisa over here? But that's okay, because at the end of the day, I can go to sleep at night knowing that I didn't sell myself short. So, I mean, I probably said a lot, but I just feel like it's a lot of pressure from artists who are over-sexualized, but at the end of the day, they're not going to stop because they're getting a check. They're going home, they're spending time with their families. We got to get smarter, and we got to know it's entertainment. Like, we got to smarten up, get ourselves in some books, get in some classes, you know, do something else. Like, because that, relying on just that, listen, come up short every time. I know, because I felt like I almost was over that hump, but thank God I have a mom that's like, what are you doing? this is not who I raised you to be. I don't care if it's an artist or not. Get your butt, listen. And I got it together. And I just hope we have the same like revelation that I was able to have, you know, because I have good people around me who are like, yo, this is just a picture. So, yeah. You know what's next is some original music. I'm so excited. Just some original heart, good music. Ain't nothing, no cussing in it. It's just clean, but it's good. I feel like it's just like my life message finally being put out for people to hear, but just in a very like well packaged way. I feel like there's so many artists that I always feel like it's like either the beat sucks or like they flow ain't tight, or be somebody who dope, like who got the dope tracks and everything, but what they saying is very basic. But I feel like there's both, and I'm very excited, and I've tried to release so many projects in the past, and everything has always fallen through. And I think now I get it, like why, because I'm coming to this point where it's original music, but it tells my life story, and it speaks to where I come from, and it speaks like from a very faith-filled perspective, but at the same time for the average ear, the average listener, the average person to rock with and be like, wow, I feel empowered, I feel like I can do this. And so yep, that's what's next for me. Look out for that soon. You can find me the singer Chazz, the singer Chazz, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter. I don't really share my Snap because that's for my family only. But yeah, that's where you can find me.